Join me as I venture into some of the scariest remote places to uncover their real horror stories. What if I told you the quietest places on Earth sometimes hide the loudest nightmares? Tonight we go to the world's most remote spots, places where help is hours away, signals die, and legends feel disturbingly real. I'm Sinister Recounts. We're exploring remote places, lighthouses, forests, abandoned towns, and mountain passes, and the true horror stories people swear happened there. Not urban legends recycled online, but the weird, the unexplained, and the deeply unsettling. Finding the truth in these places is hard. Remote means few witnesses, scarce records, and lots of time for rumors to grow. Add the isolation, no cell service, only the wind and your footsteps, and it's easy to let fear rewrite what actually happened. So my challenge tonight, separate the documented facts from folklore while keeping the creepy stuff that people still can't explain. Number 1. Dyatlov Pass, the frozen mystery. First stop, the Ural Mountains. In 1959, 9 hikers left camp and never returned. Some were found barefoot, others with strange injuries. The official investigations offered theories: avalanche, panic. But over the decades, the scene read like a crime scene from another world. Tents cut from the inside, strange radiation reports, and bodies scattered in manners nobody could easily explain. People still debate what happened and why the mountain seems to hold the answers. I won't sensationalize gore, but imagine the cold, the desperation, the silence after a scream. That silence is what turns a survival story into a true, bone-chilling mystery. Number 2. Aokigahara, Japan's Sea of Trees. Aokigahara sits at Mount Fuji's base, a beautiful, dense forest locally called the Sea of Trees. It's famous for its silence, trees that seem to swallow sound, that silence has a dark side. For decades, heartbreaking stories have come from here. People who went to vanish, signs pleading, "Think of your family," and rescue teams who speak of the forest's uncanny stillness. This isn't a horror film. It's about human, quiet tragedies and a place that amplifies them. The horror here is less supernatural and more existential. The forest holds secrets, and because it's remote and dense, many of those secrets are never fully explained. Number 3. The Island of the Dolls, Mexico City's floating curiosity. A small island near Mexico City, where thousands of dolls hang from trees. Legend says the caretaker started collecting them after finding a drowned girl. He hung dolls to appease her spirit. As decades passed, the dolls decayed, eyes missing, stitched mouths, creating an image straight out of a nightmare. Visitors say they hear whispering, dolls turning their heads. It's touristy now, but the island's creepiness is undeniable. There's debate about why the caretaker did it, and whether the dolls move. But whether real or staged, the place packs a strong, uncanny valley punch. Number 4. Pripyat and Chernobyl exclusion zone. Abandoned city ghosts. The abandoned city of Pripyat, frozen in 1986, is hauntingly beautiful. Ferris wheel still standing, school books collecting dust, a classroom frozen in time. People who dare enter the zone talk about a heaviness, a sense of not being alone. Beyond radiation, the real horror is abandonment, entire lives interrupted in an instant, leaving behind echoes you can almost hear. Tour guides recount strange things. Toys moved, distant footsteps, and the uncanny feeling that the city is waiting for its people to return. These are not supernatural claims, so much as the ghost of interrupted human existence. Number 5. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse. Out in the North Atlantic sit the Flannan Isles. In 1900, 3 lighthouse keepers vanished without trace. The supply ship found the lighthouse unattended, beds unmade, a clock stopped, a log with strange entries. No sign of struggle. One account mentions a ladder torn up, a lamp extinguished. Theories vary, from rogue waves to supernatural forces. It's the kind of remote mystery that becomes impossible to forget. Imagine being on that island, wind whistling, the ocean a raw, endless gray. The isolation is a character in the story, relentless, indifferent. Number 6. Appalachian Mountains, deep woods, and old mine legends. Finally, the Appalachian backcountry. This is America's old woods territory. Coal towns, abandoned mine shafts, and a folktale tradition that feeds on isolation. Stories here include lights over the ridgelines, miners who went into shafts and were never found, and small towns with secrets passed down as warnings. The mix of real danger and oral tradition makes these tales especially sticky. These places remind us that remoteness can be deadly in practical ways. Treacherous terrain, exposure, a single misstep, and those practical dangers become the seeds of horror stories. So what did we find? Remote places create a vacuum where explanations go missing and stories thrive. From the frost of the Urals to the silent trees of Aokigahara, the dolls of a small Mexican island, the frozen town of Pripyat, lonely lighthouses, and Appalachian hollows. The horror often comes from isolation itself. Weather, time, and silence. I don't want to romanticize pain or exploit tragedies, but there's a human curiosity. Why did it happen? And those unanswered questions are part of what keeps us coming back. Now it's your turn. Have you been to a remote place that changed how you think about fear? Drop your story in the comments. I read them all. If you liked this deep dive, smash the like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss the next video.